Disclaimer: the video you are watching is not the full course video. This is only a demonstration from our AWS training program. The purpose of this demo is to help you understand how our trainer teaches and to check whether the explanation style is clear and easy for you to follow. If you find the teaching helpful, you can continue learning with our complete course.
Hello and welcome to CloudFolks HUB. My name is Bhavesh Atara. API Gateway supports 4 types of API: HTTP API, REST API, REST API Private, and WebSockets. Now, you have clear idea about all of them and you know about the differences between them. So, we want to go for the practical implementation of API Gateway. But before we are going for the practical implementation, you need to understand CRUD operations. In this video, I am going to explain you what is CRUD and how it is working. This video is actually foundation for the practical implementation of API Gateway. So please watch this because this video will provide you detailed explanation about lab. So let's start. Introduction. CRUD is a backbone of every application. Whenever you use API to store data, read data, update data, or delete data in any application, you are performing CRUD operations. CRUD simply stands for create, read, update, and delete. Let's say that if my backend is database and I'm going to add new record inside the database, we call it create. Technically, we call it post. If I'm going to read the data from the database, we call it read. Technically, it's get. If I'm going to update database from the database, then we call it update. Technically, it's put. And if I'm going to delete record from the database, it is delete, and technically it is also delete. So CRUD means create, read, update, and delete. Now, CRUD DynamoDB example. Here, let's say that if I am using DynamoDB as a backend, how we are going to use CRUD operations over there. So let's start with the introduction first. Let's say that I have DynamoDB table in AWS. This table stores all user information for my website. In this table, I have fields like user ID, name, email, and I am storing records like this. Everything is stored safely inside DynamoDB. In any e-commerce website, if you are going to buy something, the mandatory step is to create user account. You have to create user account, right? So you can assume that I have my e-commerce website and I am allowing my customer to create user account first. Add your detail over there, add your addresses over there. So you need to create your user profile and then you can purchase item from my website. Now in this case, I have to have backend to store all this user information. And I am actually using DynamoDB to store this user information, right? Now, what is the problem? Now imagine this. I want to build a website where user can register, view their profile, update name and email, delete their account. In short, we call it front end. Let's say that if you are going to open Amazon.com. Now from this page, you can create your account, you can verify your profile, you can also update your address, means update the profile, you can also delete your account, right? So everything you are actually doing from the website's front end. We call it front page, right? So I have the same kind of website, we call it front end. But suddenly I realize my website, means my front end, may be hosted in EC2 instance or anywhere, cannot talk directly to DynamoDB. Why? DynamoDB is inside AWS. It does not allow direct public access. It will be the big security risk. So we already covered DynamoDB. Now in DynamoDB, we don't have this facility so that we can access it directly from the front end or from my web page. So question is, how my front end going to communicate with DynamoDB, because DynamoDB is not going to provide us any public access. Okay, so we can say that I have front end, I have backend. I want that my front end going to communicate with backend, but right now I don't have any way that it can communicate with each other. So this is my problem. Now, how will my website talk to the database? Website cannot talk with DynamoDB, means front end cannot talk directly with backend. Website must talk API. So there will be API. Right now we can say that we have website talking with API, and API is going to talk with DynamoDB. So we have API talks with the DynamoDB. So now if I want website to add, read, update, delete user data, means my front end can do all these things. First, I need to create APIs. I have to create APIs per CRUD operations. So if you look at over here, to add record, I need to have one API. To read the record, I have another API. To update the record, I have another API. To delete the record, again another API. So I need to create 4 APIs. And all those APIs will perform create, read, update and delete operations. This is where CRUD comes into the picture, right? Okay. Now, CRUD become very easy to understand, right? You need to create API based on the CRUD operation. So we need to create 4 APIs. First API, it is C for create. Technically we call it post. Now this will register the user on website. API takes user details. DynamoDB operation. This API is going to take user details from the front end, and then it is going to perform DynamoDB operation put item. In DynamoDB, creating new record means put item, so it is going to create record into the DynamoDB. New user data will be saved. Now let's say that I am existing user, I am reading my profile. So we have another API. Now this API is actually for the read operation. So API reads the record. It is going to read the record from the DynamoDB table and it will represent it on a front end. In DynamoDB, we call it get item or scan operation. So data returned to the website. Same way, user updating its record. So we have.
Thanks for watching. To continue learning AWS with structured lessons, real labs, practice tests, and live sessions with Bhavesh Atara, join our full course at www.cloudfolkshub.com. For any help, call 982-575-7737. All course details are provided in the description.